my benzo friends. It's Dr. Jen here. I don't even know where to start. There's a lot going on in my life right now, a lot of personal things, and they're very stressful things. And I wake up in the morning and I make my cup of coffee and I look out. In fact, the squirrel's hanging on my bird feeder right now, and it's the cool morning and the breeze is blowing and it just feels so peaceful. And I know in my heart I have all this stuff going on. And so I just sit with it and I practice acceptance, and I try my best to hold on to gratitude and to be patient and not try to push the river. I'm just trying to just be with what is. And as I'm going through these personal stressors, I realize I can face anything. I mean, these things are uncomfortable, but it's just a normal part of life. There's nothing unusual going on. It's just stressors in life. But I realize that as uncomfortable as things can be, I don't have to have a drink. I don't have to have a pill. I don't need to run and see a psychiatrist. I know how to sit with my feelings. I know how to soothe myself, or if I need, support from friends, I know who to call. I know how to take care of myself, is what I'm trying to say. And I thought back onto the days when I was deep in benzo withdrawal bind, how I couldn't self-soothe, how I couldn't take care of myself because of those downregulated GABA receptors. Our threat detection circuitry is hard at work. So it's like asking someone who's got a broken leg to get up and walk around the block. They can't, they've got a broken leg. And you really can't self-soothe that much in benzo withdrawal because you've got a broken nervous system. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try. We should, because every effort that we make to self-soothe, to work with our nervous system, it helps. It helps invite the nervous system to move out of the protect and into that connect state, that parasympathetic ventral vagal response that is our default state. It's where we're healthiest and happiest. But it also kind of like primes that muscle. It trains that muscle. So I'm sitting here realizing this morning that all those years of being in benzo withdrawal was like being in an emotional and spiritual gym. It has made me so shredded, so buffed emotionally and spiritually. Yes, things still can be stressful and I can grieve, I can feel sorrow. But those emotions don't take over like they would have prior to being on a benzo or even on a benzo. My life is different now. I really feel like I've healed in all the ways that a human being needs to heal. And it feels really good. It feels good to be able to stand up to these life events and know that, the wind might be blowing, but it's not going to blow me down. And then to be reminded of where I was in benzo withdrawal. And that was really why I wanted to make this video. Just to remind you that the neediness that you're feeling right now, that most likely incessant desire for somebody to tell you you're safe, it's okay, you're going to get well, that's a normal part of benzo withdrawal because our nervous system is in that protect state. And state drives story, and in the protect state, your story's going to be catastrophic and doom and gloom and negative through no fault of your own. Just like if you broke your leg, you can't walk. You're certainly not going to go run a marathon. You have a broken nervous system right now because of the drug. It's a process called neuroadaptation. The GABA receptors closed down, down-regulated, because the body was saying, wait, we're too sedated. We need a little bit more excitatory. We need more glutamate. So let's just dampen down the inhibition, that whole system. This is a chemical brain injury, but it's not like a blunt force trauma or lack of oxygen. Those you really don't come back from. This isn't that. This isn't tissue damage. This is just neuroadaptation. And so the brain says, okay, now we need, as you're recovering, it says now we need more GABA receptors. So it brings them online. It's not the same, but a good analogy would be like if you go out into the sun, your pupils dilate. It's too much sun. You go into a darker room and they open back up. Your brain's doing the same exact thing. It's just not as quick as the way that your pupils relate to light. I wish that it was. But your brain on the drug goes, wait, too much. We've got to adapt. Let's get rid of some of the GABA receptors. And now with the drug leaving, or you're off and recovering, boom. Now it's saying, now we need more GABA receptors. And I do think we're healing on the way down. I do think the brain is adjusting. It's getting the message. But I just wanted you to know that you're going to be okay. And that neediness that you're feeling, that fear, that constant need for reassurance, or maybe the monophobia where you feel like you can't be alone, that's going to go away. It really will. And please don't be ashamed of it or embarrassed or feel guilty. It's just another symptom. And it's a normal part of recovery for many of us. So I hope that you can do what I do, which is to find a place where you can sit quietly. I really should turn the camera on so you can see my squirrel out here. There's 5 of them that come. I have a handful of feeders out. I feed all the wildlife. But anyway, I wish that you could do what I do, which is to sit outside and to enjoy nature and to feel the breeze, to watch the birds and the bees and the butterflies, the squirrels, to know that you're a part of this amazing creation. And it's just the biggest mystery of all. What is life? Why are we here? But you got a ticket to the greatest event ever, your life. And yes, you might be scared. You might be bedridden. You might be feeling like you're going crazy with the racing thoughts or the intrusive thoughts. Yes, I know, you may be in pain. It may be a horrendous, awful experience what you're going through. I know mine was. My recovery was horrific. But you're still here, my friends. You still have this beautiful ticket to this thing called life. And you are going to get well. So I hope that you can find some time to get quiet and to just sit with what is. Practice mindfulness. Just observe. That's what I'm doing. The thoughts come up. What if, the worst case scenario of what's going on with my personal issues? What if? And man, when those thoughts come, my heart gets just so scared and so overwhelmed with grief. And so I've learned to just sit, just observe it, let it pass, just observe it. I don't judge it at all. I'm just with it. I'm being with it. So if you can do that, see if you can find a quiet corner, preferably outside if you can get outside. If not, that's okay. And just be with what is, knowing that you are held by whatever this majesty and magic is that's called life, that you're being held and you are here. And even at your worst moments of disability, my friends, you still have value. You are still so worthy. You are still you, that birthright that you came into the world with. You're still you. The drug cannot touch that. Downregulated GABA receptors can't touch that. You're still you. And you're still amazing and beautiful and strong and resilient and courageous and humble. You're still an integral, needed part of this beautiful creation. Without you, so many things wouldn't be the same. You are so important. Please don't lose sight of that. And as you go through day by day, just know that this neediness that you feel, it will get better, and that you will get to this side. And when things happen in your life that are stressful and painful, because life throws us those things, just like me, you'll be able to navigate it without a drink, without a pill, without running to a psychiatrist. You will be able to navigate these things. You will have learned so many skills on just allowing your emotions. You'll know ways to self-soothe. You'll know how to cope. You'll come out so much stronger on this side. I am grateful now that I went through benzo withdrawal, because the things that are going on in my life now, had I not, I might be opening up a bottle of wine every night like I used to do before I got sober 12 years ago. I might be trying to numb out, but not now. And yes, my heart is heavy, but that's life, you know? That's life. This is just life. Things happen. But I don't need to drink, and I don't need a pill, and you will get to this place. I promise. So please keep going, my friends. Please keep going, and know that there is at least one person in the world who knows what you're going through. And we may be total strangers. Maybe you've never been any of my coaching groups. Maybe you've never done one-on-one with me. Doesn't matter. You can be a total stranger. I see you. I totally get you. I know what you're going through. And I have so much respect for you. You have no idea. You're my family. You're my blood. You are my tribe. And I love you fiercely. And I believe in you. And I believe in your ability to navigate this. And I believe 100%, 1,000% in your ability to heal and to get to this place. Anyway, I just needed to share this morning. And I know it's a long video already, but I'll say this. I'm really comfortable in my support group. I love my support group. In fact, this in just a few minutes is the very first live session for the Tapering Club for people who are tapering. But then we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, other live sessions. I'm comfortable there. I have to be honest, social media, YouTube and Instagram, I dread getting out the camera to go on social media. It's just not my thing. I don't know. Maybe I can come up with lots of reasons. But I've promised you all this year that I would do better at videos, and I will try. And that was why I just decided to just turn on the camera and just, because I was walking around, feeling my stuff and remembering how needy I was in benzo withdrawal, and just thinking of all of you out there feeling needy and overwhelmed. And I thought, just turn on the camera, Jen. So I did. So thank you for sharing these moments with me. I will try to do more videos, I promise. But again, know that you've got this. And on the other side, life is still going to happen, but you'll be prepared in ways you've never been prepared before. And let's close this video as I close all my, Discord group sessions. I am safe. I am healing. I will recover. Let's say it together one more time. Are you ready? I am safe. I am healing. I will recover. Because those things are true. All right. Till the next video, please take good care of yourselves. I love you so much.